Well, towns and cities around Connecticut stepping up vaccination efforts as more vaccines become available. The Vernon Senior Center hosted a mega vaccination clinic for residents today. The clinic also offered advice on health and wellness. Everyone receiving a vaccine was given information about a variety of chronic ailments and the opportunity to speak with a healthcare professional. Some of those chronic illnesses include diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease, lung disease, and Alzheimer's, to name a few. The town of Vernon's community vaccination program was recently recognized by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control as a vaccination success story.
All right, and still ahead, it is going to be a